Hey there, how you doing? My name's Anthony William. I'm the founder of healthtosis.com and also 2112 Plus intermittent fasting method where you can lose up to 12 pounds or more in just 21 days. Now, I created 2112 Plus out of necessity. I'm a type 2 diabetic. I had a heart attack. It was back in October of 2017. I've also had 3 cardiac catheterization surgical procedures where they go in one time through my groin, the other 2 times actually through my wrist, which is rather interesting. And they inserted a total of 5 stents because my arteries, at one point or another, all 4 of my major arteries to the heart were anywhere from 70% to 100% blocked. I was actually the second time I went for procedure, my doctor, my cardiologist actually said that I had the option of to have and I'm on the table, mind you, for the catheterization procedure. And he said, you've got 3 arteries blocked. We can't do all 3 today. That's why I had to have a third cardiac catheterization. I had 2 of them just a week apart. And to insert 2 stents, a week late, exactly 7 days later, I went back in and had 1 additional stent put in, and that was the third time, so 5 total stents. In any event, at the time I was on the table there, he gave me the option of stopping and basically had me airlifted to another city, another hospital, to have triple bypass surgery. And fortunately, I was under conscious sedation, so they give you whatever to relax you, but they don't knock you out with anesthesia for these procedures, which is rather interesting in and of itself because you can feel a wire going up through your chest and all that and feel pressure and some pain actually on one of the 3 occasions for me. But anyway, that's not the point. But, when I was under the conscious sedation, I'm like, yeah, just keep on doing what you're doing now. I don't want anything to do with you cracking open my ribs, spending weeks on end recovering from triple bypass surgery. So very fortunate. But that obviously woke me up. And it woke me up to that I need to, at that point in time, I needed to get um, much better physically in shape, but also to eat better, make sure what's going into my body um, was a little bit more healthy, I guess you could say. But at the same time, I didn't want to be stringent or strict doing that. And so I looked around at different diets and tried different things, paleo, keto, amongst others. And none of those really seemed to work. I could do them for a while. I could lose weight with them. But eventually, you know, I got sick of it. The keto stuff, we'd make keto chips and, different stuff. And it was fine, tasted, okay. But it was just kind of a pain to do. And, spending a lot of time with it. And it just got to a point where I just give up. And then when I did that, of course, I'd gain weight back. And sometimes I gained more than I had initially started out at. And it was just a nightmare for a while there. And then I started after, the third cardiac catheterization, I started having some chest pains again, and that really was an eye opener. And I said, okay, this is it. This is about 2.5 years ago or so, and I decided at that point in time, I've got to do something. I've got to do it right. And I looked into intermittent fasting, and I thought that I could do that's something I thought I could do because I've learned over the years, I've kind of done intermittent fasting on and off on my own without even knowing I was doing it, or, I wasn't conscious of that of it. I would just go for extended periods of time and not eating, and then might not eat breakfast, lunch, and then I'd have dinner because I was busy at work or whatever. But what you find out doing that is, once you start fasting, it can be difficult the first day or two. I'm not going to lie to you. You can feel hunger and all that stuff. But you get to a point where you've been fasting for a period of time. You're not necessarily hungry after, you fast for that 16, 20 hours, whatever you're doing. And I found that to be the case. So anyway, the problem for me is I'm a type 2 diabetic. I think I mentioned that earlier. Anyway, being a type 2 diabetic, um, I have to, break my fast on the fly at times because my blood sugar could either spike real high or more likely, especially at nighttime, I'm sleeping, is my blood sugar can plummet to dangerously low levels. I mean, I've had it drop. If you know anything about diabetes and your blood sugar levels, I've had it drop into the upper 30s, and that's very dangerous. I think under 70, you don't want to be under 70 um, in terms of your readings. And I was at times in the upper 30s, um, in the 40s, and when that happens, I have to immediately eat something. I got to get carbs, I got to get sugar, I got to get something in me that's going to increase my blood sugar. If not, it could be catastrophic. Could go in a coma, could literally die from it. So it's not a something to mess with. And so that's why I developed and created, and how 2112 Plus was born was just out of necessity for me in terms of my diabetes. And so what would happen is, periodically I just break my fast, and it could be any time of the day. A lot of times it happens to be at night. But the concern was when I would do that is, well, I'm intermittent fasting. I've now broken my fast because I had to eat an extra meal, or whether it's cereal or with milk, like oatmeal, apple juice, applesauce, whatever the case may be, what I was, candy, anything I was doing to get my blood sugar back up. Breaking that fast, I was under the impression that by doing that, I wasn't going to be able to lose weight and keep it off. And I could be wrong. And it's further from the truth. What I have found, the way I do intermittent fasting, the way I've developed this, is not only can I lose weight, I can sustain it while breaking my fast periodically. Now, that's not a daily occurrence that I'm doing that, of course. And I'm not saying if you did that every day, it's going to work for you. But the way I intermittent fast, it allows me, whenever I need to break my fast because of my diabetes, that I can do that. And the point being is, it doesn't matter if you're diabetic or not. The way I can show you how to do intermittent fasting, you'll also be able to break your fast from time to time. So if you want to enjoy an extra meal in a day during, say you're doing our 21-day weight loss challenge, you can still even, have the ability to have a meal outside of your fasting period, if you want to. I'm not telling you to do that, but the point is, I know for a fact, I've done it time and time again. I can break my fast, still hit and achieve my weight loss goals. You can see the case studies I put together. The very first one I did is the very first time I was doing fasting. I did it, and I lost 13.2 pounds over 21 days. Since then, I put two more together where I lost 22.4 and 18.8 pounds in just 21 days each. So 2112 Plus, it works like gangbusters. So just want to tell you a little bit about my story, how this was born. Don't know if I bored you to tears, but if I can do it with all the health situations and conditions, things that have happened to me over, I've had a lot more health issues I won't go into, but what I can tell you, since I've been fasting, health has improved tremendously. I've got more energy. I sleep so much better. And that's part of the fasting. And you'll learn fasting, people just think it has to do with either you're eating or you're not eating during a period of time each day, and that's it. There's a lot more going into fasting. That's just one component, okay? There are several components to being successful at for fasting in terms of losing weight and keeping it off. And I'd love to show you how to do it if you're interested. Just check out our website, healthtosis.com. We've got coaching programs. We're putting together a monthly weight loss challenge because I want to help as many people as I can to lose weight and sustain that weight loss, keep it off for good. If that's what they're looking to do, I can help you do that and love to. So check out healthtosis.com. But in the meantime, also, if you want to get started on intermittent fasting, we got we got a resource, our 12 intermittent fasting hacks for effortless weight loss. I have a link down in the description here. Check it out. It doesn't cost you anything. It gives you our 12 strategies for losing weight and keeping it off. And those are the strategies I use in terms of the 2112 Plus program. So it's something near and dear to my heart. It can, our hacks can definitely help you lose that weight. So check it out. Like I said, it costs nothing. Just a few minutes of your time just to go through it. It's just a couple pages long, and but it gives you our 12 different hacks, tips, strategies to incorporate. You put those all together, and you can lose weight fast, and you can keep it off for good, just like those case studies. And check around our YouTube channel here. Got videos on the case studies, and if you want, we've got those available too in a resource as well. I think that's at, well, I don't know what it's at, so I can't tell you. But you'll find it. If you go look for case study videos here, you will find links to, the case studies as well as the 12 hacks and all that good stuff. But if anything else fails, just go to healthtosis.com. You can find everything there. So with that, thanks a lot. Sorry I rambled on here, but just want to tell you a little bit more about HealthTosis as well as the 2112 Plus intermittent fasting method. And just through my knowledge and experience of going through, the health challenges I had, coming through on the other side with weight loss, going from 246 pounds down to 173.6 pounds, losing over 72 pounds, just intermittent fasting. So it works like gangbusters. And yeah, that's all. So thanks a lot for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye now.